If you my mono, Yadnina, a best some was no Sia Cassia or KFM TV news, so and you may yet acid astron call Ebequamaya Bois for KFM Musical Center, Dada Batek Habana Talent, Microfinance or more, and then you may or more album with children, Mammy Sebno, made the Eba Besum, and you may Sebno, a doors ye papa, and a bedimo, Aquitni, Ebian is a Ghanaman Penny, His Excellency John. Dramani Maham then you may what in same be abetu dwa ide munsem ye de ebeba abesom wosa enso and akopiem e old tafo a eyetime mufo ho enso extra abane ni mpeni for senkebe ya won hwema eye roadway no won besi farm mom ne no eya de bi ebebo mu ye papa ye de munsem ye de ebebro sa enso ne de adwede nsem be kan de ama eye valco edwuma efo enso e de same bi abetu dwa mo hwese eye wo mpeni for mu de munim no won betimi eyi no na wo de obi foforo abase ne be ebebo ama mo adwuma no eno so etimi akone nim ye papa enwume ye de munsem ye de ebeba beso mu ye de anije de nsem ebeka ho edi amo eye Ghanaian high life eye artist or ye legend e my Ghana ha Ebo Taylor and they do abeto Joseph papa atwa nananum e won siedo a ye de munsem ye de ebeba beso mu e won nsia kase ne so when nsem ne afoforo pi ayabo ano ide beso mu se no nsia kase wo KFM TV no so mekai wo sensemi etwagu ewe ya be fontentam fidie ne so Facebook and YouTube KFM TV GH and ntu betimi ahwebi na wa share na wa like na wa dwentwe no odi egu ase ama me kama mbrebe ma mekan ni nia de ama enwumei okenkanfo a wotemenka no edi a mejeso ene ma me esinkroma me da ne me hosema me ba nsem no me hya ase de ama Ebusia for yes I mamuina akwaba edamase say you mugusu etimu TV ho amhwe no si akase wo KFM TV ne so mekoso ekai wo say you semi etwagu ewe abefo ntentam fidie ne so Facebook any YouTube KFM TV GH no ntu betimi ahwebi na wa share na wa like na wa dwentwe no so odi egu ase ama me kama na me tensem na se dia modia eye Ghana man penny His Excellency John Dramani Mahama ye ndedwe 66th annual conference at the West African Association of Sir John ewo my Ghana ho ana man penny John Dramani Mahama obone humodin ekopie mu ewo dwumede na se awode nsem dodo na egu kwam na nsem no ebi anayeso ye de somo ewo no nsia kase no eso.
Let me thank you very much for the honor done me, and I wonder if I actually deserve to be a fellow of surgeons. There's this tradition where increasingly when your wife is giving birth, you are invited to attend on the birth. It just happened that my wife, for all our children, had to go through cesarean sections. As soon as the surgeon takes the knife and starts cutting her stomach, I ran out of the operating theater. So I wonder whether I really deserve this gown I'm wearing.
Adeshima Benuntin same way and Ghana man penny His Excellency John Dramani Mahama wodi abetu dwa yen so ye di bi aba besom na eto ansem no so dia modia ya wasu East Primary so mudi hihye so enunam so ma NDC amani okonu sesi a wo mode tabu na to so mo chem se wo mo eye hwehwemu mapa de afa sa eye Primary so mudi hihye so no ho na no anna nam so ma NDC members a wo mo ewo ni ma any important enso abekasa wo mode nsem we kwama eye fifi ave kwate a oye general secretary ewo NDC amani okonu mo wo ma bekasa nsem wo mode kwama ne so wo bone ho modern edi na no beto eye Primary sa wo mode hihye so ewo ya wasu East enunam so ma NDC amani okono wo mo twem se wo mo hia eye investigation emu edruye papa pansa sa result no wo mo agi atomo no
Ghana ha se election ayeye ewo mi ma no eye peaceful election na eye peace na eye election no ma obi mfa ntokwa bi emfa Ghana me catch them Fifi Kwete, my friend 3 times.
And I also know. And the Crawford.
No, sir. Me do not go. Mamu create problem, manima. Mamu create problem, manima. And I mamu NDC no problem. Mamu NDC no problem. Mamu NDC no problem. Fifi Kwete. Me do not go. Mamu NDC no problem. I will nima I was wa. Who the release about Elasia Wakana? Since coming Kruma, if I never 50 quarter, who say the Chadiada? If I know 50 quarter, who say the Chadiada? MPP lesson, MTC lesson, the Chadibiama delegate. One can the 50 quarter on him. Everybody was watching 100 million, 50 quarter, and the man for no, in fact, to Nima for. Man go and this you.
Why by what a man?
Man go and this.
I don't understand. Why by what a man?
50 40. Man go and this. Only me bra sana. Mo ba power. Na mo nya position ati wo. Mo ni me moja sure. Asana mo nya power. Then I dey this ba power. Bitu na kopo. 50 40. Jiwanu fe fit ni masamso. Me ka bibia.
50 40. You know something?
I am
we are one family. We don't want any division.
Yeah, please.
We don't want any division. We are all one family. If not because of politics that came and divided us, we are all one family. So don't try to pick any
problem,
any tribalistic or hypocrisy or darkness thing in ISOs. We don't want it. We don't want it.
Why
Baba Jamal?
Why Baba Jamal?
You need to bribe people.
Why Baba Jamal?
You don't want that. It's I don't know people that came and bribe people at the election ground. I have witness. They came and bribe people of $3,100. I have witness. I swear, I have witness. So we don't want any division. I also East. So be on your lane. I also know be on your lane. Don't come to our lane.
Obia Cheska and Obia my dear. Obia my dear. Mamu yesa.
Oh,
Jaja.
Soon,
Jaja. Fifi Kwete. Obia nyina no. Mfafi nima ewaso. Kwasu so. Mikadibia.
Soon. Soon names will be coming out. Wallahi. If they like, they should send us to court. We have witness.
Ebusiafo eno nti NDC members ha wo mo ewo ni mane ne important mesem we ana mo dia betu dwonwumre ye di bi aba besomo na ye to ansem ne so dia ma ode a eye dom kuma a wo mo ewo mrahye bedwafie eye Asante Minority Caucus enso de sobo bo eye aban ani ne mpenifo se eye road fund no kamia ye se Ghana man penny His Excellency John Dramani Mahama eni mpenifo ahodo a wo mo da no wo mo eyi akwan ni bi mu ana wo mo afande anse djuma etimi akoso eno ana Asante Minority Caucus yechemu se eno eyade bi antwe ye ntin campaign fonhwe na wo mo ma eto entwa na se kwan ni nya no mo ya wo mo fa sika enhyem na wo mo enye ni nya ne no eyade a ebetimi aboaye papa ma biribia no ejuma etimi akoso.
Why Kumasi deserve better? Kumasi, as you all know, is Ghana's second largest city, serves as a strategic national transit hub, transportation modal hub, continues to experience rapid growth in population and vehicle ownership. Shortchanging Kumasi on a project of this scale is technically indefensible, economically unwise, and politically unjust. In conclusion, I want to emphasize that the Swami Interchange project was conceived as a long-term solution, not a short-term compromise. The Ashanti Caucus of Parliament therefore calls on government to restore the original 4-tier design of the Swami Interchange project, reprioritize funding to complete the project as designed and planned, and engage transparently with Parliament and the people of Kumasi and Ashanti region in general on the way forward. Kumasi deserves infrastructure that reflects its national importance, not half solutions justified by selective constraints. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you for your attention.
Ebusiafanti ankane oswafa no hwe ya kwanti mpon ho sem so my Ghana haye Francis Asenso Boache wono anodin sem we ebetu dwana ne sem ne wan fence wa wasan ede tudwa bioma wo bisa aban se eye Kumasi nkran kwanti mpon no a wo mo eyenda benda enom bewie edi amoma eno ebeye project kese e wo my Ghana sem we ana Francis eye Asenso Boache wasan ede tudwa.
1. Selective funding priorities. If government could mobilize funds for Ofanko in Sawam Road, which was also started by the MPP administration, and we also know that is a very important road, just like the Swami Interchange project, and other road projects, why is the Swami Interchange project being shortchanged? Big push contradiction. In 2025, government itself captured the Swami Interchange project under the Big Push Road program to guarantee continuous funding and timely payment. What has suddenly changed? Availability of funds. The finance minister has publicly stated that 43 billion Ghana cedis has been allocated to road infrastructure for this year alone. 43 billion. Why can't a fraction of this amount be applied to complete the Swami Interchange project as originally designed? New projects versus existing commitments. If government claims it lacks funds to complete the full design of the Swami Interchange project, why is it financing 64 new road projects recently rushed through PPA, public procurement system processes? Why prioritize new commitments over completing ongoing and high-impact projects? If government claims that it doesn't have money, then why has government abandoned a 64 complete Accra Kumasi dualization highway project only to pursue a greenfield three-way expressway at significantly higher costs and risks, when it bemoans funding challenges? You see a pattern of discontinuity. These decisions raise a troubling question. Is this government deliberately deprioritizing projects initiated under the MPP administration in favor of projects it can label as its own? If so, it is not Ghanaians, not political opponents, who will bear the ultimate consequences. I want to deal with why Kumasi deserve better. Kumasi.
Ebusiafo enu ntie nsem we ana Asante Minority Caucus wo mudi abetudwa yen so ye de bi aba besom ye to ansem ne so e de ama dia eye members e de ma NPP Royal Ladies and they be wo mo ebom homodin kopie mo Dr. Mahmoud Baumia our ye presidential candidate e de ma the New Patriotic Party NPP amenu ko na wa fimpini ni eduonu woche abato e beto wo my Ghana hanu wo mkopie mu e wo na kache a wo mudi nchia stronko ekoma ne se wetimi abone homodin ma primary say nkunimdie mapa etimi akwama na wasan aye presidential candidate edi ama the New Patriotic Party NPP amenu ko no mu de omo kache na ne se won shedin won kunko nanim na yade abato ni munum e yade a wo mo ebetai ne chiye papa ama nkunimdie etimi akọ edi ama no.
How's this fine then? Oh, solid. You Matthew. Hey. My people. Thank you very much.
Adeshman Bantins oye chewe anase inchiawe ana NPP Royal Ladies wombo momodin edikoma Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia ewona kacha yenso yedibi aba besom ne eto ansem ne so edi ama odi ababa jama ne nsemi ana yedemo ekom na memini dawe ana womode womo election ehyehyes ne koba ne se baba jama wono ana nkumdie etimi eko edemano na bato ne ba na wieye no ana ndc amenu kono ni eye OSP womudi abetudwa womo echemu se eye result buy no womudi womo engine to me sense womonya ne tie se vote buying bi eko so ho eno enam so ma OSP Office of the Special Prosecutor enso dia abetudwa wo che se result buy womo engine to enu nti womo atwe eye result na sen womo che se womo ye hwehwemu ye papa edi afa baba Jamal ni vote buying eho eno enam so ma baba enso eba montini mo beka se wono de sa vote buying no mo ka no wanye bibisa na eno mo to edi che delegate no eno enche se wakoto eye nkrata na se wakoto papers bi da bida wo free na kumemu ana odi sa chede no edi mo na se OSP eni NDC ameni okono ayo mwadwen se wo mbeye hwehwemu edi afa wono eni abato no ho dia onu sesi ano obema ne ho kwan obe avele ne ho amasa investigation no etimi akwasu ye papa na no krebi ewom no etimi aba montene answer result no so omudi betudwa no omudi atudwa no nti baba Jamal enso echemu se sesi ade ensema OSP de abetudwa wo chemu se womo ebeye hwehwemu ade afa ne ho no de waye krado wagye atum se san hwehwemu no obema ne ho kwan na womo de ahyehye so ewo my Ghana ha enyume yenso yedibi ababe somwo ewo kase no so na yedewo etwansem no so enyume ni edewa consent from dia Ghana mampani abedi echie eye Professor Jenana Opokwajiman endede wo bone homodin ekopiem ewo Office of the Attorney General and Ministry of Justice eye na proba wo de hyehye so ewo ndwuma hodo bebremu ewo my Ghana ha no endede eye Vice President Professor Jenana Opokwajiman wo de na probo ekopiem Attorney General ni officer oni mpenifo ahodo no ehia ya nkita hode de wo mudi bi ye papa wo hwe nim se eye ejuma nyumeku ahodo aka no obetimi abone homode na wakopie mo ho na bibibia ebetimi atodin ewo my Ghana nti Professor Jenana Opokwajiman endedwe wokopie mo ewo Attorney General eye ni officer wo mo ehwe senkunimde eni ejuma ebetimi akoso ewo hoye papa ye ni munsem yede aba abesomo na medewo eto ansem no so enwumei na medewo akonsem fofom dia eye nana buedi eye amponim oboa dede the third eye kontin hene edema achim eye esium enso ede abetudwa wo chim se eye the New Patriotic Party NPP amenu okono wo eye wo mo presidential prime minister mo de hyehyes no Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia won de ogidie se 2028 abato a ye beto e wo my Ghana han wo no ana nkunimdie mapa ebetimi akwama no na wabeye mampani e wo my Ghana enu ntin semwe ana traditional leader eye ohine popoi wode sansemwe abetudwa yenso yedibi ababesom ewo no sia kase no eso
Bawumia is just a perpetuation of the Akufo-Addoization of the NPP and the presidency. You asked me if he will be able to win in 2028. And I say yes. He will be able to win come 2028 if the exchange rate, which they carried from 4 cedis to the dollar to 17 cedis, is exceeded to, let's say, 25 to 30 cedis per dollar, then people will start calling for him to come back. He can win if the interest rate, which was 40%, and it's now 16%, goes above that 40% to, like, let's say 50 to 60%, then they will say, oh, okay, NDC is not performing well, and so let's give Dr. Bawumia the opportunity. He can win if the debt to GDP ratio, which they left at 93%, is exceeded. He can win if the impunity, the arrogance, the pomposity of the Akufo-Addo era is surpassed. Yes, he can win. He can win if the looting, the thievery, the corruption, the mismanagement is exceeded. That $97 million is thrown into a hole somewhere. That $31 billion is siphoned out of the country into accounts overseas in the guise of imports. That 1.4 billion criminal enterprise. That 11.9 million Pualugu Dam scam, in which he himself has his name mentioned. And whilst all these monies were boomeranged into the Ejapa phenomenon, so that they could have enough money sitting somewhere for the future of their descendants. Such wicked people. A lot of pensioners had to lose their lives. When all this looting, all this corruption, all this is exceeded, then you can tell me that Bawumia has a chance to win, and he will win. But this NDC, with the performance we've seen so far, tells us all that it will not happen.
Tiafa no ntin samwe ananana buedi amponim eye obodade the third eye kontihene edema achim esuom wode abetudwa ye nso ye de bi ababesom eho ye gina ne nseme so na ye twa ye ho akwaja aboafo nkrato aba ye ba nsem no ye beto aso ede ama.
Yo, I'm on for and I am Makwaba at the bar, a KFM musical shopper. The Tosumi, no, who free a Kumasa Malcolm that Damono, a sunny at the bar at Dumuno, Sabra no Udu, a Sambra Junction, a Sambra Hotel, Quantana Sope. Now shop on any Sambra Hotel and the Dinja anymore. Would the free Sambra Hotel, a wool sunny at the co, Nankani and Hagan Hono, Annie, a ho, and a KFM musical shop. The Tosumi, no, yet be no fofro. Now the air can say, and feed your papa a timiche. The Odia sorry, the Odi grow agro ahudo. Juma de be a woody over here a young feed musical instrument piano, a KFM into a sea. Ghana Muntie Asante Mai Muntie, a KFM musical shop. Anna Sabre, Yapian for from Monochai. A war prepare the second suite. Ufri old man come down and now sunny Ediko Edumno. And Udu Sambra Hotel Quantana so. Now what done on Sunny Faso. Oho Anna KFM musical shop ye. Ewo Yani Sambra Hotel Anna Ewe anymore. Ye chow abribia.
Now, Messi, sir, may I proud and as a may jar. Nefri, Kumasia do KFM instrument store. Obi bisasa asebo menfo de what to know when need see that. What in here my papa? Ejina when him now what to say yes. What to know? Bibia kan wakoma. Ni nyina free KFM instrument store Kumasi Adum. So mi gina na me to no ma mi to mi ya ho mi ka fi say fi papa mu anim na mi gina no. Wo be try e ko ma ya do se kan e twa nanka kanau ensamfu ayi.
Medo benami Ghana duko do ajakle ho duko kata. Mie chonya nyi devena micho Talent Microfinance Limited Gajradopa. Mie wona susu savings, adishie, school buafo, cashback, ple bubwa okata. Nenyebe egajom de miagbo la letie tomegbeku ateun aho gadodo. Kenenyebe egajom vivi la nenyebe o gahia ola ateun ava de ogai kene hia fa.
Tanenyebe mi foncho mi afa jomu yo kenye mi afa gadodo nyawa. Business loan elemiashi, church financing elemiashi, salary loan elemiashi, eye bubu li kenye personal loan. Nenyebe mi foncho business loan a enye gadodo ikemie nana asichalao. Nenyebe washigba keke alum eleswe we have talent. Mi pepe gede ngo nenye washigba lesua ne woge wo keke gede ji to talent pomo nuome nenye be mi fonchu mi afa salary loan enye gado mo nke mi vuna mi afa jirudu dollar nke ga nyu he ya va talent wo pay slip pe bank statement ye kwenye nwi hia o na kokko ho salary loan le rate mi to keke akeji church financier personal loan va nenye habobo masoli hama eji fufofo sankuo jitao olila ashibobwe kekeake mia flegeno na nohem vi choji nto jinwade vare kwereka mon popo kai ganyu heya talent kuna po heya ole chagbagba na do tare talent bena wo gado monwa anobobwe nami akpenami
etibe ya nyafi ke talent la
talent microfinance Jengo amegan shipe ape letina tejipo hotame
miape kapomoye nya 050-129-1298 alo 050-128-9119 talent oga kwamanu banto
Talent Microfinance, your channel of wealth.
Adeshimamba ya sai mamu ina akwaba edamu asise enyumre mu gusu etimu TV no ha mo hwe no nsia kase wo KFM TV ne so mekoso e kai wo sensemi twego ewo ye abefo ntintam video ne so Facebook any YouTube KFM TV GH no tubetimi ahwebi na wa share na wa like na wa dwenche ne so udi egu asie ama me kama na me to ansem no so dia ma odia eye Accra Metropolitan Chief Executive Honorable Michael Nikpakpo alote wo no aso no ye Accra Mayor ende dwe wo bon humodin ekopiem ewo basic schools ahodo a ewo my Ghana ni titire ne nkarmante ma na me okopiem ho no ana wode abasobodie ekoma eye Caterers ni penifo ahodo amu ye aduane edema school for imiche school feeding program no watch se ade aduane ankodai edi no eye aduane papa ye pa na sa proboya ode hihye so eno ana ama ne hu sa no ma we na watch se nnuane a sesi a nnuama school for no eye ade a eye kama pa same way ana Michael ni papo alote wode abetu edwa
making sure the school feeding payment is going on well. So we are the supervisors of all the school feeding. So I decided this morning that I'll go around to check, surprise visit. If I tell them I'm coming, maybe what they feed their kids will be different. So this is a surprise visit for me to just walk in and see that once they are collecting the pay, are they giving them the same food that we expect them to give them? I've gone around a couple of places. And there's a place that I went to that I even tasted some of the food. It has todo beef, it has cow meat, some of them have sausage and vegetables. So I've tried some of the food and it's very good. So I think I asked the kids whether they are enjoying it. They said yes. So we thank the caterers that they are doing a good job. And we thank Your Excellency John Dramani Mahama that he has changed the school feeding, how it's being run. And so everybody, the parents are happy, the children are happy, and the parents are also happy.
Afano ntin semwe ana Accra Mayor eye Michael ni Kpakpo Alote wode abetudwa yenso ye di bi aba abesom ne yeto ansem ne so de ama ode edu kopie mu wo pantan eye abokobi kwantempon ne so ndedwe abetudwa se eye kwan a ada ho be se mfie bebra wo munsie hiensese ade mpenifo abom humode ma ejuma ekoso ho yie papa na wo mu che se eye mahye bedwani di ma de hye a wo mo ewo Madina baton peswa so eye onmunya for Francis Xavier Sosu wono anenam mampeni John Dramani Mahama any Minister for Roads and Highways so ama womo approve ya sisi ade sa kwantimpo womo eye ni gidigidi anche bia no womo de ni nia ebebe wiye na eye mahye bedwani etwemu se kane no na kwanti bia wom na yade a ha adwiye papa eno enam so mo kwa hospital abibia no womo complaini timemufo a womo ti ho mo fa sa kwan ne so no abibia no munya ohaw wo kwan ne so asesi ade mpenifo aboa me kwan womo ahyase a womo eya womo gidi se no eyade a ebeboa ma abibia no timemufo no enso womo akoma etimi ato mo ye ma nwumei yenso ye de bi ababesomo wo kase no eso na ye free sansem nyimu nwumei ne de wa konsem fofom na timemufo a womo wo old tafo enso de adesede abeto Asante Regional Minister Dr. Frank Anwakohene ni ma wo chese eye project kesi a womo eye wa Asante Mantem a womo sisi abanstro ni ade womo echemu se okopie mu ewotafo a eye sa project ba kwa womo ye wo hono eno ade bia esisi kwan ma kwan a kakra womo nya womo famu no se kwan ni nia esi eno ntisisi ade womo hye Asante Regional Minister ene Ghana penifo se womo hwe na nkombesiesie enfa emom na eno ade bia ebebo mu ye papa nsem we anatimemfu ede abetu edwa
usini fufro no the former MP, but then NDC time 92, they all call as MP for Takoswano. Now, Nassassin, the hockey twabi, even any crown, that an array assassin. And to learn way na the patrol Chafiri, also be actually dear, or beyond say, coin them, and to a dumo afa a Takashi, one person almost see coin. Entuma badia yesramu mumma sa kavu ya muye enko echire pa embua mantama nitutro wan ofie wi a omo sasiye omo pillars 1 2 ewo kwan no no bia nim say sa pillars omo pillars ni owo kwan mo no jetum sa afie no mu there was a fire outbreak or sa afie no mu fire service by omo cars no entimi nduru ho uhe mantam we nyina ada fie no unhu kwan papa bia ewo se me bia bibi tu a fire service wetma di hujuma we ku akakra ewom no ekosi sa central mosque no omusi kwan ama even at times eduru bia o ka say kwan we a ombesi no enu kwan so ombesi kwan na obi ba bisa okwasa sam say wasi wo fie wo mantam ha ba se mi fie ni mantam ha emfa se mi nua ana mi sister wati mantam ha se jetuma na maybe our phone awa one edi sa sam ne eba enti eduru bia ye juma ye di no yen kai hu se ewu da yanim me hu se maybe ande eska kakra wo unsa enti wo betiti do mo ni bi no yesra pi enti empanyefo no regional minister any akeme boss yesra mu omo nine NC form no mo pay sa kwan we because ya titi say aban no ombayi kwan a from Bonso Junction tafo 3 miles ombayi kwan sa kwan no so a omo ya ebeboa ebe easy traffic a ewo main road no so do ko 4 miles ana maybe anka o butterfo so ngumu a one fa main road no so wo pai aha say we da ho a satan o ti asi 4 miles satan no yankasa ye wo mantama no edi relief bi beden abraye ba sisi anu nipa baku
same way anatime mu fa wo mo ewo old tafo wo mo so mo dia betu dwa ye dibi aba abesom ye free sansem ni mu dia edu kopie mu ewo eya pomodin ensem na Ghana Health Service a wo mo ewo asantimantem e dia betu dwa mo chese eya wo mo a wo mo epilepsy yade imprempi na ye ntimemufo kwan ya yede omo fas no eno enam so emasa eya yarefo wo mo ntimi mpo enkwa yare sabia no makwaje ayarehwe ni nia ne se abibia ne hu so obi wo epilepsy yade bia ne e kan sem basa bi de fa ne ho na yesre no ne ade eno enam so Amamo chemse sa ya dey nipa dodo na enye bia wo my Ghana ha sa wo bekwa ya sabia na wo akwaja ya hwende bi wo mo de be hye mo ho na eya afia ebetwemu kono 2025 mu no nipa na wo mo ewo epilepsy ya dey bia wo my Ghana ha no na ye 3321 eye nipa dodo na ana no mo wo sa ya dey bi ewo my Ghana ha eye GHS miche Ghana Health Service e de kokobo e kwa ma mo a abribia no wo mo esre sankofo we se munjai no mo so munya ahoto no mo besa wo mo ho yade
brain disorder, and it's not a case. It's a condition that can affect anyone, regardless of age, sex, creed, and color. As the Regional Director of Health Service, I am using this platform to make a personal epilepsy pledge to improve access to care. I call on all stakeholders, community leaders, religious leaders, media, and the public to join me in making a concrete and taking a concrete action this year. First and foremost, let all of us stop the stigma, because epilepsy is treatable. Up to 70% living with epilepsy can live a seizure-free with the right medication. Secondly, let's learn something about the seizures first aid, so that when somebody is close to you and have this, please don't run away. If you have somebody having seizure, what do? Keep them safe from hazards. Move them from fire. Move them from any hazardous metal. Stay with them until it stops. It just demands time. Don't try to do anything. And do not put anything in their mouth. Thirdly, please, seek early diagnosis. We urge families to bring anyone experiencing convulsive episodes to the nearest health facility. Specifically, the community-based health planning services, popularly known as either a CHIPS compound or a zone. Health centers and district hospitals for proper medical diagnosis. I want to give you some statistics when it comes to the region. Below is the trend of reported epilepsy cases in all government facilities in the region. 2022, the total number of cases were 2,719. 2023, the cases were 3,220. In 2024, they were 2,968. And just the year behind, 2025, they were 3,321. The Regional Health Directorate is working to increase the capacity of our primary
Benunti someway and a Ghana Health Service where Modia Betudra yensu ye be ababesum ye no munsemi so na yada ne hosima ba ye ba ye den sem no eko edwedi emu. Yadin Sam no Elquedia Mundia Minister for Lands and Natural Resource Samuel Abu Jinapo and the day Wadin Sembi Abetuja Washer saying Kebeya Yema a strong inclusion emba imbebno and a small medium sized enterprise. Mo my Ghana Senebeya ebet me Abuama Bibia African ye mining sector no it's me ejinani nice unit me afanin to mapa edifra eye ora Abu Jinapo no ana wojina simpieni apaswa wode sanse mu ebetudwa wochem se bibi say ekoswa ebebuama Bibia no eye African mining sector no it's me akonenim na enya impuntuo ewom se ne be ya ebabo ama bibia no man no enso etimi akonenim.
Also emerged as the leading gold producer in Africa, contributing approximately 4 million ounces in 2023. This growth continued in 2024 when national gold output rose to about 4.8 million ounces, making a significant year-on-year increase, driven in part by using production from both large-scale and small-scale mining activities. It is against this backdrop that the theme chosen for this meeting, and I quote, "Unlocking women, youth and SME participation in Africa's mining value chains, skills, technology and intra-African trade opportunities," end quote, highlights a pressing policy challenge for mineral-rich African economies. That is, ensuring that the continent's mineral wealth translates into inclusive economic participation and sustainable development. The question remains, how do we convert mineral endowment into broad-based economic participation and sustainable development? Africa's mining sector sits at the intersection of three defining realities. First, the continent is richly endowed with minerals that are critical to global industrialization and the green energy transition. Second, Africa has the youngest population in the world, with over 60% of its population being under 25. Third, small and medium-scale enterprises constitute the largest source of employment across many African economies. Yet, these realities have not been sufficiently connected within the structure of our mining industries. For decades, Africa's mining sector has been defined narrowly by extraction. However, and as you may know, mining in its truest sense is a full value chain. It begins long before the first mineral is extracted, and it continues well beyond the mine gate. Further, mining in many African countries, including Ghana, continues to be characterized by limited local participation, weak linkages to domestic economies, and inadequate value addition. As a result, the sector has not delivered the scale of jobs, enterprise development, and skills transfer that is capable of delivering. For Africa to truly prosper from its mineral wealth, then its women, youth, and small and medium-scale enterprises must be empowered to participate in the full value chain of the industry.
Nunti semwe ana Samuel Abu Jinapo wode abetudwa yen so yedi bi ababesom yeto ansem no so edwadie mu dia eye adwumayefo edema Volta Aluminium Company eye Valco enso de etonsa ede afre eye mpenifo ahodo a womu edo manu se womu hwe ma womu Chief Executive Officer edema Ghana Integrated Aluminium Development Corporation no womu enyi no emfanfi wo esanse senia wo sifa eye adwuma ho no yade a womani end woni to mo sempeni for say womunyo makoma so ade we emfama wo.
Number one, Vaco. Number one, Vaco. Number one, Vaco. Number one, for excellence.
Demigod who doesn't take advice from anybody, who doesn't listen to it, who doesn't nothing concerns him. What you say you want to do, whether good or bad, that's what you want to do. We wrote him a letter, 18th of December. He hasn't replied the letter. He hasn't done anything. So we don't know what Tumesi is up to. But he doesn't talk to anybody. Some few people, it belongs to Ghana. And Dr. Kwame Nkrumah gave this land to FACO. Your Excellency, we are here this morning pleading to you that you will call Tumesi Ankra to book. Tumesi Ankra must, even by this time, must resign as the CEO of Giade, because he doesn't know his work. As a lawyer, if you study the press release and the interviews and the information they've sent to people like Kevin Taylor, why are you so desperate? You can see the desperation in his eyes and in what he's doing, going from station to stations, telling lies. VACO is never making $50 million losses. It's a lie. It was going to be the same until intervention came, and then now we had a board. Allow the board to work. Let the board study the plans, study our situation. If they see that we need investor, we will all look at it. But you give the board chance. Immediately they announced VACO has found an investor for VACO.
Strategic investor.
We want to understand. We wanted to understand what Tumesi Ankra meant. He never gave us the opportunity to understand.
Ebusiafo enunti semwe ana VACO ejumayefo edi abetudwa yen so ye di bi aba besomo ewo kase no so migina we so na madane me ho sima ba me ba me den sem no eko enigede emu. Nsem no ekwa enigede mu dia ayare hosema na beto Ghana pono so eye legendary Ghanaian high life eye enyumtu ni Ebo Taylor endedu ya beto dwa se papa atwa nananum ewo nsedwa eno ayare hosem ye papa na eye amanibo etwemu se wonya 90 years ana nyankopon ato nsade afre nan kaiboy eye Musicians Union of Ghana musica for ana ede abetudwa mo etwemu se eye memni dey ana Ebo Taylor watu anananum ewo nsiedo ewo Saltpond Hospital a eno ewo mfimfini mantem na Ghana Music Union de krata ababontima mo chesem penia woda no eye besa eye Simon wono ana wegina penifo yenima wode sankai bowe abetudwa ehosa no mo chese eye Botela ayade ana wo bone humodin ye papa ewo Ghana enyumtu okonimo na wo music gam sa ensoso na ekododo na wo mbi asesi ade nyankopon atonsa ede afena eno ayare hosem ede amo my Ghana ni titu ene Musicians Union of Ghana music and penifo enu tinkai bowe ana ene nwumre wo mode abetudwa yen so yede bi aba besomo ne nwum no ebi ana yede esomo. Temwa wode abetudwa no ebi anayenso yede ababesomo ne yegina so ne de eye enigede nsem ene enwumre no si akase no yedninia aba na wie ye na enwumre nsem no na edos ye papa de dimo akotine bia ne se Ghana man penny His Excellency John Dramani Mahama endedwe wokopiem ewo UPS awode nsem dodo na etudwa yenso yede bi eba ebesomo sa enso ana otafo timemufo enso ehye eya Asante Regional Minister say eye edan project omoye oho no eno eya de a esikwan ye papa ntinkebe ya wo mombehwe na wo munsiesie enfa momo a eno sie die mu nsem ye de ebro ye de dwede nsem eka ho edema valco edwumayefo enso ede nsem bi ene omakoma so ade abetudwa eno so yedo mo suko yede ema yede ni gede nsem eka ho edema Ghanaian high life legend Ebo Taylor and they do abetudwa se watoa nananum ewo sedo eno ayare ho semie papa ebusuafo we ne nsem ne afoforo pi ayebo ano a yede ebeso mo se no nsia kase wo KFM TV ne so aseda en confirma ya boafo KFM Musical Center dada bate ka na Talent Microfinance omo ana enyume wo mo eso ya cinema edin semi yede ebe okenkan fo enyume otem nka no edin ameje so enima mi esinkroma ebo no wotwe pepepa Enoch Kofi Adadebo enso de the sports report jumedie no wode beto aso ama